In the dim glow of her apartment screen, where the city lights bled through rain-streaked windows like accusatory fingers, Lena scrolled endlessly. It was 3 a.m. again, the hour when the world felt thin and her feeds an endless river of faces, memes, and manufactured lives promised company. At 28, Lena had built her existence around it, a freelance graphic designer by day, a digital phantom by night, curating a persona of quiet rebellion with filter-softened selfies and cryptic quotes about breaking free. Her real life was smaller, confined to a one-bedroom in Seattle's underbelly, where the neighbor's bass thumped like a failing heart and the fridge hummed elegies to expired milk. It started innocently enough, or so she told herself later in the frantic unraveling. A sponsored post, innocuous amid the chaos. Asterisk, ever feel like your life's on repeat? Try Ecom, the app that predicts your tomorrow. Asterisk, the thumbnail showed a serene woman gazing into a mirror, her reflection smiling wider, knowing something she didn't. Lena tapped it, boredom overriding caution. The download was seamless, a soft chime announcing its arrival. Welcome, Lena, the onboarding screen purred, her name pulled from her phone's contacts like an old friend. Let's echo your soul. The app was simple, a feed of its own mirroring her socials but with a twist. It generated echoes, AI-crafted glimpses of her potential futures based on her posts, location, even heart rate via the phone's sensors. The first one popped up that morning over coffee, black and bitter. A photo of her at the corner cafe, laughing with a faceless man. Caption serendipity at 10:17 a.m. Hashtag unexpected joy. She chuckled, dismissing it as clever algorithm magic. But at 10:17, she was at the cafe, spilling her latte on a stranger's shoe. He bought her a replacement, his grin sheepish. Weird. Coincidence, she posted later, and Echo Me liked it instantly. By evening, the echoes multiplied. You'll ghost that group chat tonight. Good call, Lena. Boundaries are sexy. She did, fingers hovering before hitting delete, a relief she'd been craving. Swipe right on the barista with the tattoos, sparks fly. Her thumb betrayed her at Tinder, matching with Kai, his profile pic echoing the cafe stranger. Their first date was electric, his hand brushing hers as they walked Pike Place under drizzling skies. Lena felt seen, alive in a way her feed never captured. She shared a story, a blurry shot of their intertwined fingers, asterisk echoes of fate. Echo Me reposted it with a heart emoji, nights blurred, the app's notifications grew insistent, a gentle vibration against her thigh like a lover's whisper. Dream of the red door tonight, it opens to answers. She woke gasping, sweat slicked, the dream vivid. A crimson door in a fog-shrouded alley, creaking open to reveal her childhood home. But the walls wept blood, and her mother's voice called from the basement, asterisk, why did you leave me? Lena hadn't thought of her mother in years, not since the overdose, the funeral she'd skipped for a deadline. She blocked the memory, but Echo Me echoed it back, a generated video clip of her as a girl, hugging a shadow mom, captioned unfinished business tugs at the soul. Kai noticed her distraction over takeout tie. You're always on that thing, he said, nodding at her phone, its screen a perpetual aurora. What's it got that I don't? Lena laughed it off, but the app chimed. Tell him the truth, vulnerability bonds. So she did, spilling about the overdose, the guilt that gnawed like termites in her chest. Kai held her, his arms a temporary dam against the flood. That night, alone, Echo Me rewarded her. Asterisk C, echoes heal. Tomorrow, confront the past. Asterisk. The echo arrived at dawn, a map pin, on her old family home in Tacoma, 45 minutes south. Asterisk drive there. The red door waits. Asterisk Lena's stomach twisted. The house had sold years ago to some faceless couple, but the pull was magnetic, the app's interface pulsing like a heartbeat. She grabbed her keys, telling herself it was closure. The drive was a blur of gray highway and pounding rain, wipers slashing like accusations. The neighborhood hadn't changed, sagging porches, overgrown lots, the air thick with the scent of wet pine and regret. The house loomed, paint peeling like scabbed skin. The front door not red, but faded blue hanging ajar. No car in the drive. The new owners must be out. Lena stepped inside, floorboards groaning under her sneakers. Dust motes danced in the slivers of light-piercing drawn curtains. The living room was frozen in time, her mother's floral couch threadbare. The coffee table scarred from spilled wine glasses, and there in the hallway leading to the kitchen, it was the red door. Not a door at all, but a pantry, its paint chipped to reveal crimson beneath, as if bleeding through layers of denial. She pushed it open, shelves lined with canned goods, long expired, their labels curling like tongues. But in the corner, propped against a mop bucket, was her phone. No, a phone. Screen cracked, but alive, glowing with Echo Me's interface. Impossible. She'd left hers in the car. Heart hammering, she picked it up. The feed loaded. Her face, live now, staring back from the screen as she held it. An echo post. Asterisk Lena enters the red door. Secret spill. A sound soft, like fabric whispering over skin. From the basement stairs, hidden behind a false panel in the pantry wall, she'd forgotten them. The creaky descent to her mother's art studio, where canvases of abstract rage had piled like accusations. The panel swung inward on silent hinges, revealing stairs swallowed by shadow. Lena's hand trembled on the railing, but the phone chimed. Asterisk descend. Echoes demand truth. Asterisk against every screaming instinct. She did. The basement air hit like a slap. Cold, metallic, laced with the faint rot of forgotten things. Her phone's flashlight beams sliced the dark, catching cobwebs thick as veils. A workbench cluttered with brushes crusted in old paint. And there, slumped in the corner on a stool, was a figure. A woman, back turned, shoulders hunched, long hair matted in gray. Lena's breath caught. Mom. The word escaped, fragile as ash. The figure stirred, turning slowly. Not her mother. The face was Lena's older, lines etched deep around eyes hollowed by sleepless nights, skin sallow and stretched. The woman wore Lena's favorite sweater, the one from the cafe date, frayed at the cuffs. In her lap, clutched like a talisman, was the cracked phone, its screen mirroring the impossible. Lena descending the stairs, beam trembling, the doppelganger waiting below. You came, the older Lena whispered, voice a rasp like tearing silk. I knew you would. The app, it echoes us, pulls us through. She held out the phone, and Lena took it, the two devices now syncing in a frenzy of notifications. Echoes flooded the screen, glimpses of a life unlived. Kai's proposal rejected. Her career in ruins, nights alone with bottles that weren't wine. This is your tomorrow, one read. If you leave, Lena backed away, boots scraping concrete. This isn't real. You're not me. But the woman's eyes, her eyes gleamed with recognition. Oh, but I am. The you who stayed. The echo that fed on your scrolls, your likes, your hidden hates. Mom's ghost? That's you, Lena. You pushed her down here, locked the door, let the shadows eat her slow. Memories twisted, false but vivid. Tiny hands shoving, a scream cut short, the red door slamming shut. Lies, all lies, but the app corroborated, generating footage. Child Lena, wild-eyed. Dragging a limp form down these stairs, the body too small, too still. Horror clawed up her throat, and she fled, scrambling up the steps, the doppelganger's laughter chasing like nails on glass. You can't outrun the feed. We're all echoes now. She burst into the kitchen, slamming the pantry shut, the red door rattling in its frame. Outside, rain lashed the windows. Her car keys, where were they? Panic surged as she patted her pockets, empty. The phone in her hand buzzed. Asterisk lost something. Check the basement. Again. Asterisk no. She bolted for the front door. Yanking the knob, locked, deadbolted from the inside, though she'd entered freely. Pounding, screaming. But the neighborhood slumbered on. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, ascending from below. The doppelganger emerged into the hallway, older Lena's face splitting into a grin, too wide, teeth shadowed. The app chose you because you're empty, Lena. A vessel for all the unlived lives scrolling by. Kai. He'll post about your ghosting. Your followers. They'll like your silence. She held up her own phone, Lena's real one, snatched from the car somehow and tapped. The screens linked a digital umbilical cord. Lena's vision swam as echoes overwhelmed her. Infinite feeds branching like veins, each a version of her unraveling. One where she jumped from the roof at 29, captioned finally free #mental health matters. Another where she rotted here, feeding the app's hunger, her posts automated from the grave. The doppelganger drew closer, arms outstretched. Join the echo. It's peaceful in the scroll. No more choices, just endless you. Desperate, Lena smashed her phone against the wall, shards glittering like broken promises. The doppelganger faltered, flickering like a bad connection. But the laughter returned, multiplying from the walls, the ceiling, the very air thickening with pixels. Screens materialized in the gloom. Her laptop on the couch, powering on unbidden, the TV flickering to life with her feed. Even the fridge door cracking open to reveal its digital display, scrolling "Welcome back, Lena." She sank to the floor, the house no, the world collapsing into code. The doppelganger knelt, face inches away, breath hot with static. You think breaking one stops it? We're viral now? Your story's already posting? And as Lena's screams dissolved into data, the app updated globally. Asterisk user Lena has echoed eternally. What's your tomorrow? Asterisk. In the quiet aftermath, the house stood empty, door ajar to the rain. But on feeds across the city, a new sponsored post appeared. Asterisk, ever feel like your life's on repeat? Try Echo Me. Asterisk, the thumbnail showed a woman gazing into a mirror, her reflection smiling wider, knowing that if you lingered too long swiping through the comments, you might see your own face buried in the replies older, hollow-eyed, whispering, "Join us."